everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Life Unfiltered with Ru. So in today's video, we're going to do it a bit different because I have a couple of things to sort out around the house and I haven't been managing to get a chance to pretty much record something. And for now, baby is asleep, and that's sort of the only time I can manage to do something alone. Even if his dad is around, as long as he sees me recording something and not giving him attention, it's actually difficult because he wants to play, he wants to come on camera, he wants to do everything around me. And trust me, as soon as I stop, he's doing himself again, which is weird. But yeah, that's kids for you. Anyways, in today's video, we're going to be talking about, we could safely call it partnership, because some people are not married, some are staying together, some people are married. And yeah, this applies to different couples. And so whenever I interchange the word partnership or married or marriage, like, just understand that I'm referring to two people living together who are in a relationship, married or not. Anyways, so this is a topic, I would say, a sort of a thing that I have also come to learn from talking to other people, from a life experience itself, from seeing what happens or what other people experience in their own households. And to start with, when you're still a girl, not yet in cohabiting, oh my god, English, when you're not yet staying together, right? And life is happening separately, you plan dates, you do all this and that. One of the things I've come to note is people think that's the epitome of understanding or learning each other, but the truth is it's not. It's part of the process, but in that process you only see what a person wants you to see when you are in courtship. And that's different from living with them, because when living with someone, there's habits, there's certain things that you pick up on, and it's a whole different ball game. And a lot of people just think, oh, we're gonna wing it and whatever, or oh, we'll be able to do this thing and whatnot. But a lot of people don't think about the aspect of what cohabitating with somebody means, what living with someone means, what that comes with, what you learn, what you have to unlearn. And by that I mean a lot of people think it's still going to be similar to the dating phase of things. And truthfully speaking, no, it's not. So the same way that you learned to coexist with your relatives, with your parents, with whoever you once lived with before you got married or you found a partner that you stay with, it's the same way you learn to live with someone. And you come from two different households, and within coming from two different households, you have your habits, you have your little things that you were pretty much used to in terms of how you coexisted with, be it your parents or your flatmate or whatever, right? And From there to being married or being in a partnership with someone where you are now staying together, it's sort of like the same rules apply. The difference is this is someone you've chosen to do life with, right? And um, within that, you love this person. And I sort of have a cold, got it from my son. But, anyways, let's move on. So, within that, you I can safely say love is actually a mirror. There are certain things about you that you start noticing from being with someone and staying with them. And there's certain things about themselves that they also learn and realize from staying with you. But where I'm going with this is within noticing all those things, that's when sometimes the bickering starts, the picking up differences and whatnot. And with your differences, you find that one is maybe OCD, one maybe is not. And maybe their OCD is like the cleaning type, where they just want everything spick and span and whatever. You start compromising. You start in terms of how you prepare things. But this is the thing. The end goal is to have the house or the space you're living clean and orderly and whatever, and for you to be able to actually function as a household, right? But this is the thing. Some people are not fazed by the chaos in the house. Some people are. And some people want to attend to the chaos as soon as possible, and some people don't. Now, where my gist is, or where my chat is, it's in that household. When it comes to a household where it's the two of you, your husband, your wife, you're looking at each other and things are waiting for you. Be it you have a maid or not, learn to carry your weight. Despite having a job, going to work and whatnot, by carrying your weight, I'm not saying clean the entire house. I'm not saying do everything around the household. I am practically saying sort out your part. Carry your part. After showering, if the floor is wet, wipe it, clean it. After taking off your clothes, put them in a laundry basket for dirty clothes specifically. After be it noticing that there's dishes in the sink, wash the dishes and bring balance into the home. Now, I understand some people are like, oh, this chat usually comes from men. Oh, I'm the breadwinner. I don't do this. I don't do that. Mostly my African brothers have a tendency of saying this. I will be honest with you. A household is managed 24/7. Yes. By 24/7, I mean from the moment that person wakes up, be it if it's your wife or your husband that is taking care of the household, cleaning it up and whatnot, it's until they sleep, there's always something to do, especially when you have kids. And it's unfair to say, oh, I went out and did some work, came back, and now I'm just going to do whatever. You leave your clothes on the floor, you leave your socks on the floor, you leave your shoes everywhere, you leave pretty much everything for her to pick up. Now, what you're doing is adding 10 times of the work to her, and the truth is, if roles were reversed, you would literally feel like you've done a ton load of work and probably complaining every second of doing it. And some might hate me for talking about this, but if it's your household, you lead by actually doing. Most of you want to talk about, oh, I'm the leader, I'm the father in this house, and what? No, I'm the man. But being the man doesn't entitle you to being lazy and not being interested in taking part in the household. Carry your weight. Do what needs to be done. At the end of the day, it makes life easier for the both of you. You don't end up having a grumpy wife that's wondering why she's leaving with another child in her home. In the sense that you look at a child, right? They leave toys everywhere. If I show you what my son does in just a few hours of him being up, it's a lot. And every single time he goes to bed, I have to pick it up and put everything in place and sweep and whatnot, because sometimes he's eating and throwing things on the floor. So that ends up keeping me busy. Now, if he is to take off his socks, he chucks it anyway. If he is to take off his jacket, he chucks it anyway. He doesn't even care. Now, this is how some women end up shouting at their partners and saying, oh, or maybe expressing that you're behaving like a child, because that practically mimics a child that she is taking care of every single day. But if you come in and lift the weight and actually do your own part without being asked, that is doing the dishes, that is cleaning up, that is whatever you find that you can assist with, do it. Why? You're releasing the mental load. You're making life easier for her. She doesn't have to ask you to handle something. And someday we'll talk about this, but you end up not feeling like you're being managed by your partner if they're not asking you to do something, but you choose to just handle it without being asked. And that notion of, oh, I can't for those who don't understand, Shona, that women are troubles, they're difficult, they're problematic, always nagging, always what. She won't be nagging if you're doing your part. She will not, because she doesn't even need to go there. You've already sorted it out. You've already done something. And don't think she won't notice. She will notice that, oh, this is sorted. Oh my gosh. And she'll get some relief. And all I'm saying is take part in the household that you're living in. She's not your maid. She's not your mom. She's practically a partner that you're living with. So do yourself a favor and carry your weight and do your part in the household that you're living in. It's about time we actually start changing the narrative when it comes to homes and how they're set up. Reason why I'm saying this is so many of our parents had their marriages carried on our mothers' backs, where mainly they would take care of a whole lot of things in the household, and dad would just come back chill and pretty much not really do anything in the house. I'm not insulting our parents, but I am highlighting something that we need to actually start taking note, because if you look at it, our mothers were mostly overwhelmed, overstimulated, and you'd find that they won't even have an outlet to vent, because or even to release. They can't really go out to do something or whatever for fun, because what they're focused on is 90% of the time thinking of what needs to be done at home and what needs to be sorted out. The reason why your mom would be so upset that you didn't take out the meat from the fridge is because she's thinking, oh my gosh, that's now affected everything else that I need to do. And if it's not only on her to do that, it actually makes everything so much better. It makes life so much better for her. It gives her time to also do other things in life. And you find that as they grow up and become grandmothers, as they grow older, their systems are already used to just being stimulated like that, where you're consistently thinking about the next thing that you need to sort or that you need to do, and it's not good for anybody's health. That's the honest truth. And once we improve this section of carrying weight within the household, I believe that so many households will actually thrive. So many households will actually do much better compared to a household that has one person pretty much feeling like so much of the weight. And let's be honest, sometimes even if your wife starts working, you'll still be chatting about, oh, but I'm still the man of the house, and expect her to still clean, cook, do all sorts of things despite going for a 9 to 5. So all I'm saying is, let's do better as a new generation and teach the next generation to do better as well. Because I mean, are we not tired of hearing the men are trash, men hate women conversation? We are. But what can we do to change that narrative and do better? It's actually identifying certain things that we could change. And why I'm saying we, I mean even mothers teaching their sons that you're not going to wait for your wife to do what needs to be done. You do what needs to be done without her telling you what to do. And even the chat about being told what to do, yeah, that reduces everything in terms of those type of arguments. Then lastly, living together in coexistence. Living together and coexisting is very important. It's about consideration, it's about thinking about the other person, it's about weighing what would make things better in the house, choosing your ego or actually coming up forward and doing what needs to be done to make things work in your home. Anyways, now I ended up doing more of the chatting and less of the packing the dishwasher. But anyways, thank you for coming to my thank you for watching. Thank you. I was about to say thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But anyways, it's not TED Talk. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it. So my phone had given up on me. Apparently my storage is full. I actually tried to record this video yesterday, but that didn't work out. My son was there making noise. And that's when I realized it won't happen as long as this child is awake, and I don't know how many times it distracted me. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, subscribe, and share. Fingers crossed I'll be able to upload something every week. It's been a bit of a tough week because my son has been sick for the past couple of days, so yeah, recording content has been hard. But anyways, we move. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.